there, campers. While we're gathering around the campfire, we just want to let you know we are not what you would call experts. What we do have is a love for researching and discussing the lore of cryptids, creatures,
and an occasional spooky woman that can eat our soul.
So if you are in need of immediate help with the chupacabra in your yard, please consult someone else.
Also, this podcast isn't for kids. These campfire stories can contain graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for young campers, so listener discretion is advised.
Hey campers, my name's Kimmy, and I'm here with my co-host Ryan.
Hey guys, welcome back to Aloreing, our folklore podcast, where we tell you the history and stories of different legends and lore from around the world.
Woo!
We're
It's
back.
been a minute. We're back. We're back, you guys. And what better way to come back to this roaring campfire than by asking, what did you find alluring this week, Ryan?
I'm gonna go with what I found alluring this month, because it was just a nice break.
Okay.
Me and Kimmy, we played some Sasquatch games. We just relaxed. Well, I relaxed. Kimmy worked for a month. Yeah, it was a good time. I feel rejuvenated and ready for the year. And that's the whole point of breaks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you did way better than I did. I was like, I'm going to take a break. And I took a break for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, this would be perfect time to get 3 months ahead in everything, which I did. Except in things that we needed for tonight, like ads. So
It's fine. We got the future set up, but not the current setup. That's what's important. What did you find alluring this, well, let's say this week or this month, whatever you want to.
I'll do two. Okay, because I have a rant that I do need to get off my chest, and I
Okay.
feel you're one of the only people that can sympathize with it.
All right.
Positive, alluring thing. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. I had an amazing birthday. I got to go shopping for my mom and sister-in-law, which is a big fun, super fun thing for me. And I got to throw a pirate-themed murder mystery birthday party. That was magical. So that's my alluring thing. I had such a fun time. I even got my boyfriend to dress up as a pirate, and I was just like, I was so over the moon. I'm like, this is amazing. It was super magical, but good. Nothing but happiness there. But I do have a rant, so we're gonna
Let's
get
hear
to
it.
that. Why can't Taco Bell get their shit together? Because I loved that grilled cheese burrito, steak burrito
Did they
had,
get rid of the grilled cheese burrito?
and they got rid of it.
Oh my goodness.
Those bastards. I swear, I am so genuinely frustrated because I have such a love-hate with Taco Bell. It was such a great week. I was on my birthday high. Everything was great. And I went to Taco Bell and I was like, do you guys have the grilled cheese steak burrito? And they're like, we don't carry that anymore. I'm like, you guys don't have that and you don't have nacho fries. And it's really hard to commit to you guys right now. And it's very frustrating.
I've always said it. If you love something at Taco Bell, just assume it's gonna go away.
I don't know why they do that. I don't. I get. Okay, I get the marketing. I get the marketing part of it. That it's like, well, if we do promotional things, people will come and they'll get it a lot, and then it'll disappear forever. Do not do this to me every 3 months because my heart just can't take it anymore.
It's been for me the shredded chicken tacos gone, Mexican pizza gone, nacho fries gone, and now apparently the quesadilla burrito gone. If they get rid of the cheese quesadilla, I don't know what I'll do.
That will be it. That will be the final straw.
Yeah.
And they do that. They always do that. I know that's such a random rant, but like it just got to me today. I was just, and I don't get like really hyper fixated on stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like I was eating like the black bean chalupa one. Because I didn't like any of the other ones, and I just kind of like felt disappointed. I felt like I settled into my fast food relationship, and I was very distraught about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my little rant. Thank you.
You know who else was distraught?
Who else?
The kind folks in Loveland, Ohio.
Ooh, we're back with
campfire sounds.
transitions.
Gather around the campfire, folks. All right. So, Kimmy, if you could close your eyes and picture, if you will, the year is 2016. You and your buddy walk down to the local lake to play some Pokemon Go. But instead of a Pokemon, you spot something far different. A giant frog. He's coming for you. What are we talking about this week?
Did not like that one. Did not like that image at all. Well, great way to start. So, while taking a late night stroll down the banks of the Little Miami River, you'll hear the sounds of running water, crickets vibing, and frogs croaking. But make sure to keep an eye out when you hear the sounds of frogs lurking in the dark. Even if you're a skeptic, you may find yourself looking over your shoulder and stumble upon one of the most famous cryptids of the South. And if you change the slide, I think this is the illustration I did. Oh, no. No. You messed up the slides.
Oh my goodness.
Ryan, you betrayed me.
I'll fix it in post. It's fine. I know where to find it. Everyone close your eyes. There it is.
No, just leave it. Just leave it. You can't edit this out. This is amazing.
We're live, baby.
Oh, we're live. There it is. This week we're going to be talking about the Loveland Frogman, also known as the Loveland Lizard Man. This cryptid is known to live in Claremont County in Loveland, Ohio. This cryptid has captured the interest of the Ohio River Valley and is one of the many reasons locals stay wary of late night strolls near the river. Ooh. Ooh.
So let's, before we get to the history, let's hear about some sightings of the Loveland Frogman.
Can we like just acknowledge how adorable my little Loveland Frogman illustration is?
Oh, wait, where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, look how cute that is. I love that. A little frog in a witch hat. A little underbite.
I was very proud of how this one turned out.
Yeah, you did a good job.
So, thanks. I just needed the acknowledgement.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite.
Thank you. That's what I need to hear for everyone, though. So, like,
Every
moving
episode is one of my
forward,
favorites.
every episode, you gotta be like, this is my favorite now. You've outdone it, Kimmy. Even if it's a dirty lie, if I put a stick figure up, you need to tell me I'm doing great. Oh,
Alright.
okay.
So, there are many. The original sighting of the Loveland Frogman. There's 3 different versions of the original sighting, so we're going to cover all 3 of them here at once. So every tale starts off more or less the same. It's balmy. It's a balmy May 5th evening. A businessman, perhaps a traveling salesman, or perhaps a Bible seller, are driving all by their lonesome along a dark, unnamed road. Here, the story starts to diverge into 3 different retellings. In the first story, The motorist is heading out to the Branch Hill neighborhood when he shines his car's headlight on a huge figure. The figure erected their hind legs and just started standing in the middle of the road. The man honked his horn. The figure perked up. They twist their neck around and gasp. All three look at the driver with leathery skin and frog faces. So he saw 3 Loveland Frogmen.
Okay. I'm just going to acknowledge it. There is no reason the word erect, perk, and leathery say
Hey,
the same little thing right there.
hey, it's fine.
Kudos to creative writing, but
Yeah.
I am a 3-year-old at heart, so...
So
Anyway,
the second version, the motor
so he saw
spots,
sexy frogs.
yeah, lathered up, erect,
Lather-
staring at the car. The second version, the motorist spots the creature under the Loveland Bridge, one of many going over the Little Miami River. He honks his horn. The creature shot out from under the bridge. One lands on his hood and croaks, and the driver passes out. As one would do if a giant frog attacked your car. Version 3, same bridge. The motorist pulls over, he gets out of his car, and he spots the creatures. All 3 are conversing animatedly, so they're just like talking, you know? The driver calls out to them, and one of the Loveland Frogmen gets up, points his finger at his friends in the universal gesture of put a pin in it, or, you know, shut up, and turns around annoyed at the man, essentially. It says, "Can't you see we're holding a conversation?" He holds out a wand over his head, flicks it, and a blazing fire of spark cannon come out of his wand. The motorist fled the scene. So we're dealing with 3 distinct origin stories here. We have Leather Daddy Frog, we have Jumping on Car Frog, and we have Harry Potter Frog.
Okay.
So
More like... Yeah, the frog has very, like, old-time... The third one, the magical one, has very, like, old-time news reporter vibes to it.
We're talking here, you know? Like,
Yeah. The Jersey version of Harry Potter.
Cast a spell. Yeah.
I would pay good money to see the Jersey version
Yeah.
of Harry Potter played by frogs. So if anyone needs to make a film, please do that.
Here is our second sighting.
Okay.
This takes place on the 3rd of March, 1972, at approximately 1 a.m. And I'd just like to point out this picture. They made the Loveland Frogman caked up in this photo for no reason.
It's because he's Leather Daddy, obviously.
Yeah, this is clearly the first of the frogs. So March 3rd, 1972, the Loveland Police Department... Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's just, that boy does squats. Like, I just can't not look at it.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle of the two. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it's a distraction.
Yeah.
So Officer Ray Shockey, great last name, of the Loveland Police Department, was gliding his car on Riverside Drive near the Totes Boot Factory and the Little Miami River when a suspicious animal ran across the road in front of his vehicle. He hit the brakes of his car, hit the steering wheel, and looked on. The animal, now fully illuminated in his patrol car's headlight, blinked at Shockey, who was having a meltdown true to his last name, Shockey. Framed in his car's lamp stood the legendary Loveland Frogman, leathery skin, bright-eyed, tongue ready to catch the fly. Shockey reported the sighting and stated it crouched like a frog before he could ask the mutant amphibian if he knew any kung fu and was related to those funkies. This is a story, by the way. It'll be linked below.
I feel like we're getting a little creative with the writing over here.
No, I wanted some creative writing this time. These are the fine folks at Cryptids Fandom that wrote this.
Okay.
So before he could ask if it knew any kung fu and was related to those funky sewer turtles in New York with a taste for pizza, the creature climbed over the guardrail and jumped into the river. 2 weeks after this wild incident, a second Loveland police officer, Mark Matthews, did Shockey a solid and reported seeing an unidentified animal, similar in height, near the same road. Matthew, a man that wasn't known to overthink things, came out of his car, guns blazing. He shot the animal right between the eyes. Just to be certain, the Loveland Frogman was on an express trip to the lily pad in the sky. Matthew then dragged to his car a body. The man wanted to show Shockey his catch of the day. According to Matthews, it was a large iguana about 3 or 3.5 feet long and didn't immediately pinpoint the creature's ID because it was missing a tail. Not the Loveland Frogman. Maybe. It either got loose or was released when it grew too large. Matthew drew me up a scenario in which the iguana had been someone's pet. Matthew showed Shockey the animal, and Shockey confirmed it was what he had seen out there in that dark day. Matthew retold the incident to an author of a book about urban legends, but stipulated the offer, omitted the part that confirmed the creature was an iguana. So, I think he's lying.
Yeah.
I think Shockey's lying. I think he saw the frogman. That picture is too detailed.
Those cheeks are too crisp.
For that to be an iguana, is all I'm saying. Picture is too detailed.
That cake's too sweet to be a lie.
That's a man who saw something.
You don't forget ass cheeks like that.
You don't. You really don't.
Just as you were reading the story, I was like, what episode of JoJo is this?
Yeah, I loved, it'll be linked on our blog. The Cryptids Fandom guy who wrote this one, he did a really good job. I really liked his detail. I don't know his name. It's not marked on their thing, but yeah. Well, as much as I'm sure everyone's enjoying staring at this caked up Loveland Frogman, it's time for a real quick ad break. We will be right back. Well, howdy ho, campers. To show you what's new in the shop. We got beanies, hats, blankets, t-shirts, and hoodies that have the Aloreing logo slapped on it. That's pretty spiffy. If you're wanting to collect cryptids, getting them in sticker form is really the most humane way to do it. Listen, if you're going to go cryptid hunting, why not look stylish and wear a Cryptid State t-shirt while you do it? And hey, if you want, you can head over to the Aloreing shop right now. See ya!
Hey,
What a
we're
nice
back,
little ad.
everyone. Look at that. Our lovely... You may be seeing a new Mothman upgrade,
what a
outfit
nice
change. Next ad that I didn't quite get to.
Yeah, and possibly a better voice actor. Even though whoever voiced that Mothman, I think kind of nailed it, but...
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have bribed my boyfriend because he has a very deep voice. So we'll see what happens with our upgraded Mothman. But welcome back, campers.
Welcome back.
Hope you enjoyed. Now we're going to talk about the appearance, the history of the Loveland Frogman.
Find
I don't know
out
why I
if the
did
frogman
that.
is in fact caked up.
The caked up Loveland Frogman. I need to make that as a shirt.
Yeah,
Where it's with his cheeks.
I think that's the episode name. Caked up. The caked up Loveland Frogman.
I need to draw a picture of him where he has some jorts on.
Ooh, yeah. I like
And
a squat rack.
Yeah, and he's like looking over his shoulder like a
Yeah.
50s pinup girl.
I'd wear that. I'd wear that to the gym every day.
squats for days. I'll figure something out. When I get tired or drunk enough, that's when that beautiful piece of art will come into the world.
Love it.
All right. So, the legend of this amphibious creature has been part of Americans' Midwest since the 1750s. It wasn't until the encounter of 1972, which is the one you just talked about, that the locals officially started calling it the Loveland Frogman. Since that day, there has been over a dozen sightings of this aquatic cryptid and even a few images captured of it lurking around the Miami River late at night. There have even been some reports of a lizard frog-like man from other parts of America, such as Milton, Kentucky, Wayne, and New Jersey. But a majority come from Loveland, Ohio, which is where the Loveland Frogman has officially called home. And if you are wondering why he is called the Loveland Frogman, well, it's because he's from Loveland, Ohio, and he is a frogman. So, super original.
That checks out.
Every cryptid name I feel is like the state and a creature it kind of looks like.
What is this photo?
So there's a scale reference in that photo. He's not as caked up because it
He
is
still
a
kind
profile.
of is. You can see it. That's the side angle is the
He
thing.
he has more of a butt than you think a frog man would have. You
Yeah.
think he would have like that like skinny white boy skater butt,
Yeah.
you know?
No,
But he looks like he's been doing squats on the wrestling team.
It
Is
is
what
a
it
frog.
really is.
They hop around a lot.
Well, then his quads would be bigger. That's my only problem with this image.
It goes up the leg eventually.
Okay, well, that's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
My brain can't wrap around it. I get the big cheeks, but if he's doing all the squats,
Yeah.
there's gotta be some cake in the calves too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now on to the rest of his appearance. Let's take away from the ass for one moment. So, as you guys may have guessed, to all the people listening, he looks like a frog human creature. So it has a reptilian amphibian appearance, so completely hairless, leather skinned daddy, has webbed hands and feet with sharp claws at the end of them. Its face has a horizontal shape, bulging frog-like eyes, slits for the nose, lipless mouths containing sharp jagged teeth, and deep wrinkles on its forehead and throughout its body. So, knowing that, what makes it human? Well, it's the fact that it's the only frog species that is bipedal, which means I thought it meant like bisexual in the animal way when I first read that. Which is incorrect.
Yes.
And it's fine. I can make that joke because I am. So that's why I'm going to say that. But that's not what it means. It means it uses two legs to walk and jump while standing upright. So not like a traditional frog. And it's also about 3.5 to 4 feet tall and weighs 50 to 70 pounds.
Oh, he's light.
Yeah, that is light. I can lift that. Oh my gosh, I could deadlift him. I could deadlift the cake Loveland Frogman. Yeah, we need to make a workout shirt about it. So,
It's a skinny
now,
legend.
skinny legend. That's what the cake shirt will say on it, and I'll make the legs really skinny and thin.
Just
And big cake. TM. Unless someone really wants to draw that, please tag me in it. I'd love you so much for it. Alright, so behaviors and abilities. Now, the Loveland Frogman is not a fighter. It is known to be quite skittish. It will run away from you or stare into your soul like a deer in headlights. It has also been reported to have a wand that Ryan was discussing that shoots lightning bolts out of it. Though no one has ever been attacked by it, it is unclear whether it is malicious or not. So, safe to say he is a gentleman Like, he doesn't seem like he's going to go out of his way to harass you or bother you.
Unless you intrude on him and a couple other frogmen's conversation, of course.
Yes. He doesn't like that.
Then he'll tell you, sir, we're trying to have a conversation. And then
Right. We're trying to have a conversation over here. Can't do
Lumpy Space Princess?
I was trying to do an old-time reporter.
Have a conversation over here.
It does. It does sound like LSP. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. Well, now I know where my voice acting skills lie. So, next thing is history and events. So, there has been a handful of sightings of the Loveland Frogman from the 1950s and onward, but it's believed that this creature went by a different name for centuries prior. Ooh. So, long before the Loveland Frogman sighting in 1955, the Shawnee and I am so white, so I'm going to try if these names, I could not find out ways to look it up at all, so please be patient with me. The Shawnee and the Twi-Twi tribes would tell legends of the creatures known as the Shawnahook, which translates to river demons. This immortal creature appeared as a hybrid between man and frog, described as wrinkly, slimy, hairless, and bumpy skin, and is believed to be the origins of the Loveland Frogman. So, it was known this creature lived along the banks of the Little Miami River and was a large reptile that rocked around on two legs. The I can't say this. Shawnahook. I put an extra C in there. That's not going to help it.
Yeah, that's
Shawnahook.
right. Shawnahook.
There we go. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Whoever is right out there, know you're right. And you can sleep with that thought at night. The Shawnahook threatened the Indonesia's tribes for years and chased away anyone who came into its territory. It was also known for having a diet consisting of meat, being particularly fond of human flesh. So in the 1700s, the Twi-Twi Indians had enough. They sent out their best warriors to hunt down this being and to stop a rash of kidnappings. As a result, the Shawnahook went into hiding in oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm having such a damn hard time with this paragraph. We've been gone too long. As a result, creature went into hiding in the hidden caves beneath Miami and Ohio rivers. Okay. So, reports of the native people.
White
I want to make this a fun drinking game every time I
White
try.
people, I believe. I don't really know.
It's like Twi-Twi.
Yeah.
I think it's Twi-Twi. That sounds more right to me,
Yeah.
but who knows? So reports of the native Twi people warning the French about these demons date back to the 17th century. For years, the Shawnahook left locals alone and stayed in hiding. But that was until settlers came to America and forced these tribes out of their territories. The result is that the river demons came out of hiding, returned to the riverbanks, only ever fleeing at the sight of the Twi-Twi tribe's greatest warriors. So I love that because they weren't threatened by the new people that came. They were absolutely terrified of the old tribe. And
Those are the ones you took them out the first time.
yep, they're like, nah, like, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, the Shawnahook doesn't sound quite as chill as the Loveland Frogman.
Right. And something that I like to think about, I think as time passes, people just care less. So they aren't as malicious and angsty as like their younger years. So
Yeah. So the Loveland Frogman's just like, all right, like I'm just trying to hang out.
yeah, he's like, I was a teen, I drank, I partied, I went out, whatever, and now he's like retired dad kind of energy.
That checks out, yeah.
And so The
He
legend.
started squatting and it made him less angry.
Yeah, that's how he got out all the
Notice
stress.
in this image, he's not caked up.
That's it. If you don't want to be malicious cryptid, just do squats. That actually makes sense because I'm thinking of like how chaotic the Jersey Devil is, and he has no ass at all.
Is there a correlation? That's a whole nother
Because
episode.
he's a cryptid. I know.
Is there a
I know.
correlation between being caked up and being chaotic evil?
You know,
Only time
and
will tell.
the more you think about it, it would explain why I'm attracted to the really chaotic creatures as well. So I'm just gonna throw that out there in the universe for future judgment when you drag me about some other hot female protagonist.
Something to think about.
Something to think about. Well, another thing to think about is they say that the Shanahook will only surface to worship the god under a full moon, explore, or steal food. So it's still in hiding, but it comes out rarely to do this stuff. These small creatures are strong and vicious when attacking. They have powerful hind legs to kick, have razor sharp claws to attack, and a few are known to be the shamans that can cast spells.
Yikes.
I don't know what that means, but
Shaman?
shaman, it's like a magic person in tribe. I don't know.
Like
That's
the
what
magic
I
man of the tribe.
Okay, that's what I'm going to say for the sake of this. You guys can Google. You guys all have Google. That's how you got here. That's how you're watching our chaotic thing or listening. So in reality, the Loveland Frogman is just the new rebranded identity of the river demon known as the Shanahook. So that's just something I thought was really interesting, as it goes further back than we think, you know? I'll send you some water. Okay. Sorry, I make myself laugh sometimes. So now, moving forward in time, we come to the first major report encountered of the strange frogman group during the 1950s. It was post-war era in America, which may feel very close to home for a lot of people right now. And legend about a frogman causing mischief was incredibly exciting and refreshing for locals. This was also the era where UFOs were trending and people were loving pulp sci-fi movies, and American youth was all about the psychedelics. So with all of this at play based on the first sighting, many came to the conclusion it was some type of extraterrestrial. So before he was labeled a frogman, it was considered to be a gray alien. So many still believe in this theory since the cryptid can survive cold months without hibernating. Plus, it would explain the quote-unquote magic wand, dismissing it to actually be some type of extraterrestrial equipment from an alien toolkit.
Like a sonic screwdriver.
Like a sonic screwdriver. I would have never thought we would get Doctor Who in this episode.
Here we are.
But here we are. Oh my gosh, that show. Okay. But it wasn't until the sighting of 1972 that the identity of this amphibious wizard was referred to as the Loveland Frogman. So that's all like kind of beforehand stuff of like what leads to what he is today. Another thing is, though police reports tried to dismiss it as an iguana, locals that heard the legend or others that even saw it firsthand had no doubt in their mind it was the Loveland Frogman. Now, there isn't a lot more history about this cryptid, so I have a theory for you guys today. So I believe the reasons why locals were so keen on this idea of the Frogman is all due to a movie that was released only a few days after the sighting. You want a quick?
Giant guerrilla marketing stunt?
You know, it could be. If you look at this next
Screaming, stay home. Cold green skin against soft warm flesh. A croak, a scream. Frogs.
So the horror movie Frogs was released on March 10th in 1972 in Ohio, while the sighting of the Loveland Frogman took place March 3rd. Now, for all my non-film friends out there, it is not possible to create a movie in 7 days.
Not a good one.
Not a good one. Let alone a horror movie about frogs. So, that was in theaters, everyone was seeing it. There's this weird alien creature walking around, everyone's on psychedelics. There's a lot of post-war shit going on. So, my theory is that the Loveland Frogman stuck over the Loveland Lizard Man because of that. So, anyway,
that makes sense.
I just like, I was like, there has to be like some weird connection thing.
Yeah,
and I
people
spent
have frogs
hours.
on their mind.
People have frogs on their mind.
Frogs
Caked
and acid
up
on
frogs.
their mind.
The keystone of America, frogs and acid in post-war era. So, in closing, whether it's a frog, lizard, alien, or even an iguana that's overgrown, the Loveland Frogman is feared by some and loved by many. Loveland, Ohio quickly adopted this amphibious creature as their own, using it for mascots, team names, and even naming a 5K race after it that takes place every year. Locals continue to caution others about running into the creature late at night, warning them. But with no reports of the vicious behavior, he's just an old toad enjoying a midnight stroll by the Miami River he calls home. And if I had a banjo song sound, I'd play it like... And that is my part of my story. Of the story.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how they could confuse an iguana with a 6 foot tall frog man.
You know, you need to think of it at the time period. There was a lot of psychedelics.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, that's my... I don't know. I think the Frogman horror movie is like the best explanation of what's going on there. Anyway, I know that was shorter. I know this is kind of like a little bit of a shorter one, but it's... You gotta talk about the Loveland Frogman.
Yeah.
It's just... You just have to. There's like... I don't know how else to explain it. Just saying you just have to do it. It's great.
So what are our, before, did we do takeaways before or after,
Oh, we do takeaways at the end. You guys, it's been a minute. All right. We're gonna, some quick announcement thingies, real quick. Check out our shop. It's pretty cool. There's some pretty cool stuff there. So you should do it. Just do it. That's it. And then, our Patreon. Check out our Patreon. I don't know if you guys know, but every month we upload a digital wallpaper and a printable coloring page that is going to be a preview of next month's folklore. So you get to help support the show and you get access to the art that I have created for the show, which is pretty neat.
and if you don't want to spend money, join the Discord. It's growing quick. It's free. The link's below.
Yes.
All right. Let's move on to our Aloreing alignment chart. And there's 2 slides of the Aloreing alignment chart because I had to update my slide. So this was the original slide.
Okay.
We came to an agreement.
Okay.
But then I saw this, and I thought to myself, what would Kimmy do if she saw a caked up frogman? So I moved my position far lawful good. And I don't think I need to explain myself at all.
Stop! No.
be caked up.
That's...
I don't want to hear it. You put Yaoyoronen in the same spot, all right?
Because she has her rules. She has rules of who she goes after. She has timelines. She has areas. All we know is...
His rules are, if you
He's
interrupt the Loveland Frogman while he's trying to have a nice conversation, he's going to tell you, can't you see we're holding a conversation? How rude. And then he's going
then everyone would be lawful good.
Well, no,
I do
that just
that.
puts him lawful. The fact that he has standards
Okay.
that he lives by. He's not just out there casting spells at anyone, you know.
Okay.
Plus, I mean, he's caked up, so.
I can't wait. You guys, Patreon thing is there's 100 cryptid smash or pass thing. I can't wait for you to do that one because I am so curious.
Smash.
Smash. And obviously the Loveland Frogman is a smash now from what we've learned.
Right away.
Well, I'm sticking to mine.
Yeah, I mean,
He's got that cake, but
yours makes sense. Like this is where I had it originally. He's just vibing. He's just a frog.
I love it. Well, I
He's either
think
Leather Daddy, Harry Potter, or
Jersey Harry Potter, Leather Daddy, or Frogman. That's it.
Right.
Well, I'll let you have that because there's a lot of future folklore where you are not going to agree with any of the stances I have. So I'll give you one. All right. Well, we have to do our takeaways. So what's one of your takeaways from it?
I have two.
Okay.
My two are: don't interrupt a gentleman frog when he's having a conversation with other frogs. Number two is if you want to be a caked up frogman, just do some squats.
Squat for that cake.
Hop around like a frog, and you too can look like this.
I'm gonna have to make some squat frog merch after this. God damn it. I don't have time, but that's just such a beautiful, beautiful idea.
What's your takeaway, Kimmy?
What's my takeaway? Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. You had just two really great ones. I wanna go squat for cake. That will be mine. I'll do squat for cake, and we'll do never interrupt a gentleman frog. Those are.
Right. You heard it here first, folks.
All right. Thank you all so much for listening. This has been Aloreing.
You have just the most alluring day, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.